Hello YouTube, this is SlowCuber, and today I will be doing a tutorial of the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. Now, I will already be assuming that you know how to solve a 3x3. It is very important that you know how to solve one of these, as this, eventually, in the solve, will turn into one of these. So I have a couple of 4x4s here. Here I have a Rubik's brand 4x4, and then here I have a Shengshao 4x4. I'll be doing the tutorial on the Shengshao just because I like it better. It's a lot smoother, it doesn't lock up nearly as much as this one. So I'll put this off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and get right into this and scramble this up. Alright, and here we go. It's scrambled, and it's pretty good scramble. Oh, we got 3 blues here that will eventually be messing up. So what you want to do is you want to start on the side that you usually start with on the 3x3. Now, I usually start on the green side, so I'm going to be starting on solving the green side. What you want to do first is you want to build up these centers, make it so that all of those are the same color, then get these edges so that each of these matches up, and then it'll be just a 3x3 solve, but just turning the outer layers like that. So first thing we want to do to build the centers, I see there's a green piece here and a green piece here. We can just line up together like that. There's a green here and a green here, and we can turn this so now it's in the bottom left corner, and this is in the bottom right corner, so that when we move this up, lines this up. And I made sure that this was in the left column, so that when I brought this up and turned the right side, it wouldn't mess this up. So then you turn this, and now that this is in the right column, you bring that up, and you have one full side done. Then turn it over, so now green is on the bottom. Here's a blue here and a blue here. This blue is in the top right, this is in the top left. I'm going to rotate this twice to bring it to the bottom right, this is in the top right, and then move that so that it aligns, like that. Then move it so that it's horizontal, because in this stage you'll be aligning only horizontally. Here's blue in the top right and a blue in the bottom right. You can just move that together to line that up. So now to bring it up into the top layer, you do that, but it messes up the screen. So you turn it top twice, and bring it down. Another way you can do this is you can, if this is the spot you want it to be in, you bring that spot down, rotate it twice so that it's in that spot, and then just bring it back up, and your green is still solved, and the blue is in the top. So now here's the blue here, and I line them up like that, so that then when I either bring this down or when I bring this up, when I turn it twice and bring it down, it'll bring that into that empty spot there. So now we have the top all blue and the top green, or bottom green, and now we want to fix these centers. So turn it sideways. Here's a red. I usually start with the red. Red in the bottom right and a red in the bottom left, also in the bottom right. So move it once, now it's in the bottom left. Turn that to line it, and then move it out of the way since we'll be mainly doing this because any of this will mess up the blue or green. Here's another red here, and here's the last red here. This is in the bottom right, and this one's in the bottom left. So you can just bring that down twice, and that lines that up. Turn that once, and bring it up, and you have your red solved. Now here's yellow, and here's a yellow bar already, so turn that once, bring it up, turn it twice, bring it down, but you'll notice we kicked out this yellow here. So what we want to do is this is in the top left corner. So you make it so that this kind of makes like an arrow pointing towards the top left, since this is in the top left corner. Bring it up, rotate this once, then bring it back down, and now you have the yellow solved. You haven't messed up the red, green, or blue. Now for the orange and white, here's an orange in the bottom left and an orange in the bottom right, so you bring that up, rotate it once, bring it down. So now here's an orange in the top right. These centers are an arrow pointing towards the top right, so you bring it up, move that over once, and bring it down. And now all of your centers are solved. So now what you want to do is you want to align all of the edge pieces with their pair. So you can see here's a yellow, orange, and another yellow, orange. What I want to do is this side, the color on this side is orange. So when we align this, we want the yellow part to be on this face. So the orange side is going to be on this side. So we bring this up, and then move the orange over so that the orange is on this side, then bring it down. So now the orange, yellow, and the orange, yellow line up like that, and you can just rotate it once to do that. But in doing so, we mess up all these centers. So what we do is we bring it up into the top layer, move it out of the way, bring the side back down, and then reorient the centers. And so now we've finished that and reoriented the centers. Here's white, orange, and white, orange. I'm going to put orange on this side and white on this side for this piece. And for this piece, orange is going to want to be on this side. So we move it out of the way first. Bring this side up because this is where the orange is going to be. Bring it in and down. Then line it up into the top layer. Move that over. Bring it down and then realign the centers. We got lucky here. We got one here, and I'm going to immediately put that up into the top layer. Here's blue, red, and another blue, red. So we move that out. Bring this side up, over, and down to get the blue on the side since red is on this side. That lines up, so now we bring this up, turn it twice, so now this unsolved edge is over here. Bring that down, and bring it over. Now the next thing you want to do, you're probably going to be all, oh, I know how to do this now, and you'll see like a pair here, or you'll make a pair, and you'll go to do the same thing. You'll line them up, bring it in, down. You go to realign the centers, but you messed up this edge here. So line that up. If we bring that back in, what we want to do is turn it twice so that now we have this top layer full of unsolved edges. If you have any solved edges, it's going to mess those up. But if we have unsolved edges, it's going to mess those up, but it doesn't really matter because they're not solved yet. So now we can align the edges, bring it up, move an unsolved edge, bring it down, and realign the centers. Here's blue, yellow, and blue, yellow. Yellow is already on this side for this piece, so this yellow is going to want to go here, which when we rotate up, it's going to eventually go here. So rotate that up, bring it over and down, and then you can just line it up, bring it up, bring that unsolved edge down, then realign the centers. We have green, white here, and green, white here. I'm going to place that like so. Align the centers, bring it up, move it so now an unsolved edge is in that spot, bring it down, and realign the centers. And we, of course, got lucky here, so I'm going to bring that up, bring an unsolved edge, and bring it down. So now we're on to this last part where we have these four here. So what you want to do is find two edges that can be solved. Like here's the yellow, red, and yellow, red. Take either of these two unsolved edges, bring it up into the top layer by bringing it up, moving in any solved edge, and bring it down. Then what you do, I usually put it in the very back. You line the centers, bring it up, bring that unsolved edge, and then when you realign it, it realigns that edge that you had. Alright. Okay, so here's another case. Here's the green, orange, and the green, orange. And what you can do is you can bring that out, move it out of the way, bring it in, or what you can do is you can do this algorithm, which we will actually need later. It's R, U, R prime, F prime, or F, R prime, F prime, R. And that just reverses this edge here. So now this lines up, so we bring this in, line that up, bring in an unsolved edge, and realign the centers. And we got lucky, and we got it so that all of the edges are solved now. I'm actually going to demonstrate a situation in which it would not be solved. So, So a lot of times you get a situation like this where you have just these two edges left, and all the rest of them are solved, so there's no more unsolved edges that you can just substitute in. You just have these two. And you might have it like this, where you can line them up like that, or line it up like that. And when you have two unsolved edges left, you want to do that reversing algorithm that I taught you, so that now these same colors are across from each other, and it looks like you can't line anything up. But what you want to do now is move the bottom layer over like that. Then you reverse this edge here. The great thing about that is that it doesn't mess with these centers. So it reversed this, but it didn't mess with these. And then you can just bring the bottom in again, and it aligns those edges. And so now you're going to solve it just like a 3x3. And there are a few special cases, but I'll get to them as they come. So I see the green, red, line that up. Green, yellow piece, bring that down for the cross. Green, white. Bring that in. Here's green, orange, yellow. Drop that in. There's a green, red, yellow. Drop that in. Green, orange, white right here. Then green, red, white. So now we have the bottom completely solved. Do beginner method algorithms for replacing these middle layer edges. Alright, there's one of the parities that I'll have to go over later that didn't actually show up on this case. Hopefully I'll get the other parity. There are two different parities that you can get on a 2x2, or 4x4, sorry. And I'll show you those if I get to them. So use algorithms to align the top layer. I've got those edges done. Then orient the corners, or permute the corners. And then again, beginner method algorithms. And we actually got lucky on the solve. We didn't have any parity cases on this, and occasionally you'll get lucky like this. So I'm going to quickly show you one parity that happens, and that is where you have this. I'm going to pause the video real quick, and I'll get another Rubik's Cube and pull out a couple pieces and show you what this would be like on a 3x3. Alright, I'm back, and so I got a Rubik's Cube here, and I pulled out a couple of the pieces just to show you what the situation is like on a 3x3. If you were to try to solve it, even still, like a 3x3, you'd find a couple of the corners you'd need to swap, and you can't. There's no algorithm that swaps just two corners on 3x3. So on a 4x4, since you have these middle slices here, you can actually move these two around. And so what you want to do is this middle slice here, move that twice. Then move this top layer twice. This middle slice, move twice. Move both of these top layers, these two layers here, twice. Move this middle layer twice, and then this inner layer twice, like that, and you'll have that. And the last parity case that you can have on a 4x4, so you'll have something like this, where you have just this edge switched, nothing else on the cube is switched like that. And that is like this, where you have that, and a lot of people think, oh, this is like a prank that you can pull on your friends. If they know how to solve a cube, you'll just pop out one of the pieces, turn it around, and they'll never be able to solve it. On a 4x4, there is a way of solving that. This is a pretty lengthy algorithm, so I mean, feel free to rewind the video if you need to. So what you'll do is you'll turn these right two layers up once, top twice, both of these up once. Then turn it so that now what was the front is now the up face. Turn that twice. Then this middle slice here, move it up, turn this up face twice. Move it back the way it was, so now this is the up face again. And this left middle slice, move that up once, top twice. Then same slice back down, move twice. This middle right layer, bring that down once, top twice, middle right layer, bring that up once, top twice, then all two, the two on the right, down once, up twice, and then this down, like so. And there you go. That's how you solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. Thanks for watching. Please like, rate, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I will see you in my next video.